But if I figure out that I don't have malignant intent, now we can begin to help them really sort of distinguish between the way that I'm actually behaving, right? Like the reality to this, and how they imagine I'm behaving. And then that, of course, would lead into how they are recreating what we call, again, just to borrow a little bit of jargon, an archaic fantasy object. And that goes back to our first conversation with those early introjects. Those are those caregivers who are either abusive or neglectful or inconsistent parenting. Remember, we spoke about that. So those are the archaic fantasy objects that get projected. So the first order of business is, after you develop trust, actually, I should say the second order. I don't mean to be so, but there is sort of a way you need to do this, because if you rush it and you interpret this stuff too early, they're not going to trust you. They'll just feel criticized and attacked if they don't have the space to take this kind of thing in. They'll just insist that you really are trying to, I don't know, you really did end the session early, and they'll insist on that. So anyway, so that would be sort of the second step, is to help them become aware of the distinction between their archaic object and the real external person. That's who you are, and that's who they're talking to right now. And when this goes well, this is one way in which psychodynamic psychotherapy is mutative, since it produces now a breach in that vicious, projective, introjective, malignant cycle that I described earlier.